Hey guys, good morning. This is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday so far. Today, guys, a topic that I like to talk about is kind of about our age, Emily and I. And it seems like the seniors out there are being misled by, I don't know, maybe their trainers or maybe a relative or a friend saying that because of their age, they're not able to add lean muscle or even slow premature aging, which is, we know, if you guys follow me, know that is not true. I have a saying, documentation will always overrule conversation. And obviously, at our age, Emily and I, we pretty much proved that theory as being wrong, that you're too old to add lean muscle. And besides, science is saying that that's not true also. So I thought I'd get on today and maybe help somebody out there who is over 50 or 60 or 70 plus. Now, there are factors involved. There are many factors involved when you're a senior and you're looking to add lean muscle, lose that fat weight, those fat inches off your belly. There are factors involved, and you really need to understand what those factors are, because age does play a big part. And so because we are at an age now that our body has changed, and so we're not assimilating the nutrients or the proteins like we did when we were younger, or like the younger adults. And so there's actually some great science research out there now showing that all seniors have to do is change the way they eat and the time they eat, and a couple of other factors which I'll get into here in a minute. And so, like I do with all my videos, guys, in the description section of this video, when I download it, you can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. I'm going to download this video into the YouTube channel. I'm also going to download it in my group page. You can go to Fat Loss Made Easy, join the group. This video will be in there also. And of course, in the downloads, there's a gift for those of you that might be having a hard time losing that weight. I wrote an ebook on mistakes that most beginners do. And there's also a gift in there for those of you that have type 2 diabetes, that are maybe confused on how to lower your blood sugar. There's also an ebook in the downloads for those of you that are looking to lower blood sugar. But also I got some of my most favorite fat burning recipes on there also. But let's get back to the fact that those of you that are 50, 60, or 70 plus, you guys can add lean muscle. You can actually bump up your metabolism to burn more of that unwanted fat inches or belly fat by just adding lean muscle. Because we all know, I mean, those of you that have been exercising for decades, or you've been healthy, or you've been following a healthy routine for years, you guys know that the more lean muscle you have, the faster you're going to burn those fat inches off. Women get very frustrated because their husbands are able to burn more fat faster than they can, and that's just the way it is, because men have more muscle mass. That's the reason for it. Now, women can actually, their hormones are designed where they can actually burn more fat faster than men once they're put on a structured program that are actually going to activate certain hormones that they have, that's actually going to increase fat burning and will help them lower or add lean muscle, because it's obviously going to help with their growth hormones. And so women also can do the same thing as men can and elevate their certain muscle building hormones by just changing the way you're eating and the time you're eating. But I put down here, I'm going to talk about 4 or 8 factors. I'm going to go through them really quick. So if you can look at them, the information will be in my description area plus some research too. So it'll be more specific, so you might want to go in there and check it out. I'm just going to briefly go over this now. But anyway, there's 8 factors, 8 most common factors. Now there's more, but these are the ones that you need to know and for you to understand. Okay, so here are the most common factors that are involved if you're looking to add lean muscle and burn off that excess belly fat or fat inches, and you're, like I said, 50 plus, 60 or 70. The number one thing you have to do is you must change the way you eat. The type of meals that you need to be eating is going to affect certain hormones that will activate your muscle building hormones. The food you eat, the type of food you're eating will also activate certain hormones that will keep you from adding fat or storing fat. So the meals you're going to be eating that you're eating is going to be the number one thing you have to do. You've got to change the type of meals you're eating because that's going to control certain hormones that are either designed to add lean muscle or control the hormones that are causing fat storage. That's a major factor, and that's why I have that as number one. Now, that's just one of 2, though. So there's 2 factors here that are very important when it comes to activating certain hormones or deactivating hormones that give you the appetite. Number 2 factor is the time you eat. Both of these, number 1, the type of meals, and number 2, the time you eat, are both shown by science as being factors that will help to add lean muscle because it puts you into a certain environment known as autophagy, and it will also help you become fat burning 24/7. So the meals and the time you eat go hand in hand. What I mean by the time you eat, I'm talking about intermittent fasting and extended fasting. So the meals that you're eating, which would be high good dietary fat, low carbs, combining it with the time you eat, intermittent and extended fasting, is going to escalate or accelerate adding lean muscle or burning that excess body fat off. Those 2 work hand in hand. Those are the first 2 things you got to do right off the bat. I mean, even before you get into the gym to exercise, those are the most important 2 things you got to do right off the bat. Okay? Now, and like I said, this is all science-backed. Number 3, I'm putting these down how important they are. Number 3 is your workout routine. Now, I'm just going to briefly go over what I mean. Seniors, according to science, seniors, because of their age and because of progressive muscle loss through the years, seniors need to train a little harder than our younger adults do because of muscle loss. And so what that means is that doesn't mean you go, those of you that have maybe never trained with weights, you need to get a trainer that is educated. I would say an older senior trainer that knows your body, or those of you that maybe used to train years ago but haven't been in the gym for years, you got to be smart about it. So just don't jump into it. Get on Google and YouTube on strength training. Seniors, according to science, is saying that seniors need to do strength training if they're going to look to either maintain lean muscle or add lean muscle. They got to do some type of strength training. Now, Emily and I, we do interval strength training, and we work out 6 days a week. But we've been doing this for years, and we lift heavy, but we're smart about it. We know our limits. And so, and we change up our routine, even though some months I might max out on every body part, on certain body parts, certain days. Then I'll change it up for a couple of weeks and do little higher reps and keep my reps up a little higher than normal. I don't do the same thing, but we're smart about it. We know our limits, so that my suggestion is, if you have never worked out with weights, get a senior trainer who has been doing this for decades and have him help you start out, because you got to start out slow. All right? Work your way up slowly, and then you want to go moderately heavy. Seniors need to go moderately heavy. Now, Emily and I, we're not normal. We're not normal seniors because we're we're experienced and we've been doing this a long time, so our bodies are acclimated to going heavy. So for seniors, we go pretty heavy, but we can. But seniors, according to our science, is saying that seniors need to do moderately heavy because of their age and to maintain the muscle. So the workout is number 3. So meals and the time you eat are the 2 things you got to do right off the bat, like I said. Then, once you understand the meals and the time you eat, then start going to the gym and start learning how to do strength training and find a good trainer that will help you with that. And that's going to help to activate certain hormones so that your muscle building hormones, actually. Okay? Now, so you've got your meals, you've got the time to eat, you've got a good workout routine that works good for you on the days you can train. Now, you can work out 3 to 4 days a week, that's fine. We do 6 days a week because that's what we've been doing for years, and that's what I need to do to maintain what I have, or because I'm still looking to add lean muscle. I'll always look to add lean muscle all the time. Okay, so number 4 is where a lot of, not just seniors, everybody makes a mistake. And even myself, over the years, I've done this. I've made the mistake of doing it. And that's called overtraining. When you overtrain your body, you're shutting everything down. Everything. You're going to shut down your metabolism. You're going to shut down your muscle building hormones. You're going to raise cortisol. You're going to add, that's going to help what? It's going to help store fat. And then you're going to be exhausted. You'll be tired. You'll be sore all the time. Emily and I we have our workout routine so well dialed in, and we have our meals, and when in our eating, our intermittent fasting times and our extended times, we got those so well dialed in. We don't get sore. We're not like we used to. We don't get sore. We're recovered. As soon as we walk out that door, we're fully recovered. So when you're overtraining, you're going to be either sore every day and all the time. You're going to be tired when you get done. 2 or 3 hours after training, you'll be tired. There's a lot of different factors involved, knowing when when you've overtrained. So in my mindset, my mistake I made in the past was I figured more was better. And that's not true for certain muscle parts. So it seems like for men, they want to have bigger biceps and bigger triceps, so they train them really hard, and that's the wrong way to go, because it's not going to happen. Even your professional bodybuilders today, who are natural bodybuilders, who aren't taking synthetic testosterone or anything like that, they now realize that research has shown that by overtraining a smaller muscle, you're actually going to lose muscle. And I've had to learn that the hard way. So the fact is, knowing not to overtrain, or knowing when maybe you are overtraining, or just get rid of that mindset that more is not better. For us, and Emily and I both are seeing growth in our smaller muscles, which are our biceps, our triceps, and in my shoulders, I'm noticing that I'm only doing about I'm doing 10 sets for each small body part, but I'm doing pro progressive weight training, which means I keep going up in weight each set, and I'm alternating it with alternate day, I mean interval strength training. So some days I may do a max set of my bicep, but I don't do it. But I'm only doing about 10 total sets. Period. I'm done. But I can guarantee you the resistance on those small muscle parts, by the time we're done, like for example, today we did biceps. And so we did 5 sets of easy curl bar. By my last 2 sets, my biceps were on fire. They were burning. And then on our second exercise, so I'm only doing 2 exercises per small muscle. That's all I'm doing. Because on my second set of biceps, I did single arm bicep curls. And I tell you, after doing 5 sets of those and our reps, I bumped the reps up on them. So I'm doing 12, 12, and then 3 sets of 10s, or I'll do 15, 15, and then 3 sets of 12s. I'll tell you what, by the time I'm done, my biceps are smoked. They're done. And that's telling me that we're done. If I were to try anything after that, if I were to do another bicep exercise, what am I doing? I'm going to overtrain them. So I'm defeating the purpose of what I'm trying to do, as I want to add lean muscle. So I broke down those muscles so bad, there's no way I could do a third exercise. No way. And by doing that, by thinking that and getting that mindset out of me about doing more is better, my biceps are growing. How do I know? People are telling me. For an old guy, that's what they're saying. So meals, the time you eat, workout routine, and overtraining. Now, the 5th one is documentation of your workout. Now, some of you guys or girls may have a good memory and you can remember what you're doing day by day. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So, and furthermore, it's been a habit of mine to document my workout every single day. So I carry around a notebook and I write down what weight I do, how many reps I do, and how many sets I do. And that's how I know that it's time to increase my weight. It also tells me not to go too fast or too high too fast, because I need to get a certain amount of reps out on each set. So I have a documentation, a notebook, and that's telling me, okay, at 3 weeks, you can go up 2.5 pounds or 5 pounds. If you're not documenting what you're doing, then how do you know when you're going to actually be able to go up, or how much weight can you go up to? You got to have a goal. And so when you've been working out that muscle part with that same weight for a period of whatever time, and then the last couple of sets it's becoming easy, then you know, okay, it's time to go up in weight. But be careful how much you go up at one time. Don't make the mistake. More is not always better. Okay? So you must document your workout. It really, really helps to keep you focused. And it helps your mind, because you're looking, if you're looking at your documentation over a 2 or 3 or 6 month period, and if you're noticing, like we do, that you've increased your weights, what's that telling you? That's telling you that you're getting stronger. What's that saying? You're adding lean muscle. By adding lean muscle, you're going to be burning more body fat. Remember what I said? The more muscle mass you have, the more body fat you're going to be burning. So that's number 5. Number 6 is form when lifting. Big mistake I see most everybody do in the gym. They're always in a hurry. They're going too fast. They're using leverage, their body as a leverage to do the exercises. Understand this. You will shut everything down. You'll shut everything you want to do down if you have bad form, and you're going to get hurt. So really concentrate on keeping it smooth and slow. And watch some videos on YouTube of other trainers, the older ones especially, the senior trainers out there that have these exercise videos when weight training. Watch them and how slow they are and how controlled they are. That's the key factors. Always be in control. It's not about how heavy you go, guys. It's about the control and keeping that muscle in that contracted form and under resistance continually through the whole exercise, and not using your body as a leverage to throw it up there or bring it down. Okay, number 7. This might be a little sciencey, but this is where a coach who is experienced in all these factors and also is very experienced in hormones. And obviously, if you look at that coach and he has a physique showing that he's adding lean muscle at an older age, then he must know his hormones and how to activate. Hormones are playing a big part. Your meals, the time you eat, is going to affect your hormones. That's why those two are number 2. You have to elevate or accelerate when you're seniors hormones that actually put on lean muscle, but you also have to control the hormones that also put on fat or stores fat. So in other words, understand how to activate or accelerate the hormones that are going to add lean muscle. Of course, for seniors, when you're adding lean muscle, guess what you're doing? You're slowing down premature aging at the same time. So that's a good factor, right? But you'll also need to understand which hormones that are causing fat storage and how you're going to control those. Like I said, a coach for the first 30 or 60 and 90 days will help you understand those hormones, the root cause of both, or the root cause of fat storage, and then you'll understand, okay, this is why I'm putting on extra fat, or this is why I'm having a really hard time getting that fat off, okay, because hormones play a big part. Back to number 1, meals. Back to number 2, the time you eat. Those two things there are going to help control the bad hormones, and it's going to help escalate the muscle building hormones. Now, this is another thing. This is something that most seniors are lacking, and I've talked about this before, is seniors are lacking, they're not taking in enough good dietary protein. That's a fact of life. As you age, your body, your metabolism does not process or metabolize protein like the younger adults do. That's just part of nature. That's the way it goes. And the other factor that's included with the lack of protein is dehydration amongst the seniors. That is becoming an epidemic too. As you age, you guys are drinking less and less and less water. That's the opposite thing you should be doing. As you're aging, you should be keeping up with your water. 3/4 of a gallon to a gallon a day when you're seniors. Just think of yourself as a grape. A grape on a grapevine is nice and plump. What happens when you take all the water out of the grape? It wilts. It gets dehydrated. That's the same as your own body. So look at it that way. So if you want to add lean muscle, which is going to help to burn the body fat, right? Then you have to understand that you have to eat more protein, good protein. I'm talking about when it comes to meat and eggs and fish, wild-caught fish, not the local fish. You have to eat meat that is pasture-raised, grass-finished, not your Stater Brothers or not. I mean, even the organic chicken. That's crap. It's got to be pasture-raised, grass-fed meats. Your eggs have to be pasture-raised. You got to get away from that toxic, all those processed meats and eggs, because they're junk. And you consume them, it's going to slow everything down. It's going to slow your muscle building. It's going to slow your fat burning because there's so much toxins and so much chemicals in those meats. It's causing the body to be acidic, and your body just is overran by the toxins because you're breathing it, you're drinking it. And then you're not drinking enough water, so now you're causing more inflammation in the body. So you seniors that are looking to be healthier and looking to add lean muscle and burn fat, all you got to do is drink more water. Get up to a three-quarters of a gallon to a gallon a day. But the protein is very important. And so when you're strength training and you're a senior, 50, 60, or 70 plus, you got to make sure you're bringing enough protein. Now, Emily and I both, we do about 3/4 of a gram of protein per pound. For me, I'm averaging about 135 grams per day. My documentation of my workout shows that I'm bringing in enough protein. And why is that? Because I'm getting stronger. My documentation is showing it. My wife, at her age, is stronger. So it's pretty obvious that science is telling the truth that seniors can easily put on lean muscle or maintain their lean muscle. Is all they have to do is eat a little more protein than the younger adults do, but it has to be good protein, and they will maintain their muscle mass or add lean muscle. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, my doctor told me that I got to be careful about the protein. I can't eat too much protein because of what it does in my kidneys. In a sense, that's true, because what kind of protein are you eating? You're eating crappy protein. So it's harder for the body to metabolize or digest that crappy protein because there's so much toxins in it and so many chemicals. When you're eating grass-fed or pasture-raised grass-fed meats or organic foods, it's much, much easier on your digestive system and your kidneys. That's a fact. So even though you may be thinking, well, eating organic or pasture-raised grass-fed meats is impossible because it's too expensive. Not if you're doing intermittent or prolonged or extended fasting. It's not. It's going to come out to the same because you're not eating enough. And besides, if you do it long enough, you're not going to be hungry, and you're actually going to feel better on your fasting days than you do on your eating days. Emily and I, we do alternate day fasting. We do non-fasting one day and we do a fast the next day. So we don't do continual fastings or extended fastings every single day. I don't really believe in that. Okay? So the conclusion of this whole thing is, by doing a high dietary fat, low carb, and combining it with intermittent and extended fast, according to research, for those of you that are 50, 60, and 70 plus, it will help you add lean muscle and burn off that unwanted belly fat. Also, it will, by adding the lean muscle, you are going to be burning body fat much longer because you're adding lean muscle, which is what the metabolism is known to do, is by adding the lean muscle, you're metabolizing the fat and you're not eating as many carbs. So your body is actually going after what? It's actually going after your stored fat because you've lessened the amount of carbs. So you've ran out of carbs. Because your body is going to go after the easiest source of energy, and that is carbs. Eliminate the carbs, burn it out quick, and the rest of the day is what? You're burning your own fat. Now, does this happen overnight? No. You gotta set goals. 3 to 6 months, year, 2 years, whatever. You want to do it. You want to do it right. Okay. So guys, I hope this video, hope you got some good information about this. Like I said, this video is going to be on my YouTube channel. Type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. And it'll also be in my group page, Fat Loss Made Easy. Join it and watch it. And also, real quick, before my fat burning recipe book is going through the editing now, and it'll be ready here soon. And so what I'm going to do is, those of you, I've shown you, I've got 2 ebooks in Amazon Kindle, and both of them are right here. I got this one here. It's in there. It's called The Beginner's weight loss mistakes, and I got this one here that will show you or explain what a high fat, low carb diet is, so you have a better understanding. They've both been published in Kindle, Barnes and Noble, Google Books, and a few others. So if you go to Amazon.com and then you type in books, put in my name, Bill Mabry, these two ebooks will pop up. For those of you that have bought one of my ebooks, let me know, because I'm going to put you on a list that when my fat burning recipe book is completed, it's about it's 2 or 3 years worth of my favorite foods, fat burning foods, and it includes snacks. It includes if you're going out, if you're in a hurry, what to eat. It includes vegetables and salad dishes, and then I've done multiple meal recipes with all pictures in it, and then desserts and breads. And it's an accumulation of my favorite ones over the last 2 or 3 years. So if you buy one of my ebooks, let me know, and I'll put you on the list. And when that book is published, I will send it to you for free. Just because I appreciate you buying the books. Okay, guys? So be looking for. I'll let you know when that book is going to be published. I'm not sure yet. I think it's got 3 more stages to go through of editing. So anyway, guys, you guys have a great day. Hope you saw some value in this, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.